Today I'll be counting the top 10 roller coasters at Hersheypark in Hershey, Pennsylvania. This is an incredible amusement park with some amazing rides and a beautiful atmosphere, and it's just such an incredible park with just some amazing thrills. And I will be including all of them except for 2 coasters which did not make the list, and that'll be 11 and 12. And I will not be including Storm Runner or Super Duper Looper since they were both closed when I was there, which is very unfortunate because they both look like fun rides. So let's get into the list. So starting off with number 10 is Wild Mouse, and it's literally named Wild Mouse, and there's really nothing to say here. It's just a typical Wild Mouse. You can find it at almost every park around the world, and it's really nothing special at all. I mean, it's cool. I mean, switchbacks are fun, but it's nothing really special. And number 9 is going to Trailblazer, the Mine Train. And while this is a short ride, I do enjoy this ride. I like the setting. It's right off the road, but it's also in the woods a little bit. I like how it's right underneath Storm Runner. And it's got some cool elements. I like the helix at the end of the ride. Super fun. You actually get some good forces there. And I like how it's like located right down the hill near Great Bear. It's really cool. I really like this ride. It's fun. And number 8 is going to the spinning coaster at the park, Laff Trakk. This is an indoor coaster, and I really do like the theming, but this ride definitely is pretty underwhelming. And I definitely expected not to spin a lot, but I barely spun at all. I barely even classify this as a spinning coaster, in fact. I mean, I do like the theming. It is smooth, and it's a cool ride. I do like how, like, in the queue, you have, like, all the mirrors and stuff. It's cool. And I definitely say it's a fun ride for sure. And number 7 is going to the first wooden coaster on this list. This is Wildcat, which is the first ever GCI. And you can definitely tell GCI has improved over the years. This ride is fun. It's got some good forces. It's decently intense. Got some okay airtime. But I definitely say the layout is not the strongest. I mean, what do you expect? This GCI's first coaster. I like the seal bricks at the end. They're literally so funny. This ride is okay, and I definitely say it is pretty rough, but the Millennium Flyers definitely help. So that's why it's tolerable, and that's why I do like this ride. But it's definitely the weakest Woody at Hersheypark. And number 6 is going to another wooden coaster, this one being much older. This is Comet, and this is located right near Skyrush in the Hollow. It interacts with Skyrush basically the entire time that both the rides interact with each other. And it's a very fun ride. If you sit in the back row and loosen your seatbelt, you actually get standing airtime on some of the airtime modes. It is super fun. I really enjoy it. You get some nice laterals in some of the turns. And it's just a very fun ride. And for its age, it's actually running very well. Of course, it has a bite to it, but it is definitely pretty smooth for its age. I really enjoy Comet. And now we're getting to our top 5, and the top 5 is so good here. Even without Storm Runner, it is such an incredible top 5. I just love it. So let's get into it. Number 5 is Great Bear, the B&M Invert. Great Bear is such a fun coaster. It's very intense. It's got some awesome inversions, great setting, and it's just very fun. It's very smooth, and that 0G roll is awesome. So is the corkscrew. Both are very whippy, and I like that helix before you go down the drop. It's actually decently intense, and it's just such a fun ride. It's just super cool, and you can get some amazing shots of this coaster. And number 4, this coaster I didn't go with very high expectations for, but I was blown away with this ride. This is Lightning Racer, the Dueling GCI, and this coaster is just awesome. You got some awesome airtime moments. The bank turns are awesome. I love the tunnel. In my opinion, it is pretty intense, and I love just how fun it is just racing the other side. When I did this, I raced my dad, and it was just so much fun. We were just passing over each other over and over again. It was just so much fun. I can't get over that. It's just such a fun coaster. And it may not have the strongest layout out there, but it's just so much fun. I just love this coaster so much. It's definitely a sleeper hit at Hersheypark. And number 3, this coaster is so much fun. I love this ride so much. It is Fahrenheit, which is the Intamin vertical lift coaster. It's the only Intamin coaster with the vertical lift, and it's just so much fun. I love the inversions. The Norwegian loop is awesome. The Cobra roll is fun. I love the whippy corkscrews at the end. And that final ejector hill is just great. It's just so much fun. And that drop in the back just absolutely whips you over. It is so cool. I love the vertical lift. And it's just one of the coasters I can just lap all day. It's just so much fun. I love Fahrenheit. And number 2 is going to the newest coaster at Hersheypark. It's their B&M Hypercoaster Candymonium. This coaster is really, really cool. I love all the sustained floater you get on this ride. It's very fun. I love the speed hill, the outer bank, the helix over the Kisses Fountain is so cool. It's perfectly smooth. I love the clamshells, and I just can't think of anything bad about this coaster. This coaster is just the definition of like almost perfect. May not be the most intense, but like Fahrenheit, it is just so fun. I just can't get enough of Candymonium. Great addition to Hersheypark, and it really stands out with the new Chocolatetown, and it really makes a good first impression when you get into the park. And of course, coming at number 1 is Skyrush, the Intamin hypercoaster. What can I say about Skyrush? Skyrush is just such an amazing ride. The airtime is absolutely nuts. It is one of the most intense coasters out there. The Stango Dive is ridiculous, and it's got some very rapid fire elements. And that final airtime hill, oh my gosh, it literally hurts so bad, but I absolutely love it. And I grayed out on that left-hand turn after the first airtime hill. The drop feels like a car crash. The drop is just like nothing else. It is so incredible. And while I will admit it definitely has a shakiness to it, and the restraints definitely are not the greatest, I really enjoy Skyrush, and it's definitely one of my favorite coasters I've ever ridden. And now let's get into the 2 coasters that did not make the list. Number 11 is Coco Cruiser. And people say this coaster is pretty terrible, but I didn't really mind it that much. I mean, it's a kiddie coaster, so I mean, can't really like it all that much, but it really is not that bad. It's not rough like people say, it's not jerky, and it's an okay ride, I guess. But number 12 is definitely jerky and pretty rough. It is Sidewinder, the Vekoma Boomerang. Oh my gosh, why does this ride literally suck? The first half is not terrible, but the second half is just really where it just gets so bad. When you hit that second lift, it just jolts you, and then when you go backwards, I mean, the vertical loop is intense, but it's very rough when you're going backwards. And the Cobra Roll, man, it's just really janky, and I feel like I mean, the GP definitely do enjoy this, I can definitely tell, but Sidewinder is just one of those coasters that if I go to Hersheypark again, I am never doing it again, ever. So that's my top 10 roller coasters at Hersheypark. Do you guys agree with this? Let me know down in the comment section below, and please be sure to subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me, and smash the like button. Hope we can see you guys soon. See you guys, bye.